said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining. Veil of tears for the virgin birth. I remember one Christmas morning, winter's light and a distant choir, and the peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell, and their eyes full of tinsel and fire. They sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a silent night. They told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelite. And I believed in Father Christmas, and I looked to the sky with excited eyes. Then I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him through his disguise. I wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish you a brave new year. All anguish, pain and sadness, leave your heart and let your road be clear. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. Hallelujah, Noel, be it heaven or hell. Christmas we get, we deserve. The Christmas we get, we deserve. The Christmas we get, we deserve. I believe in Father Christmas. Yes, I do. From Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer fame. The song was released back in 1975. I remember it well. I was stunned when I first heard this song. I thought, wow, a new Christmas song, and it's from my favorite band at the time, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So anyway, welcome all my veteran friends and all my other friends that have joined in today to learn this song. Now, this is a campfire version of I Believe in Father Christmas. It leaves out a lot of the that fancy all up and down the neck stuff, and also the little ba 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 ba. There was a classical melody that Greg Lake implanted into this song as well, from an old composer called Prokofiev. So anyway, we've left those elements out, but I think we're still left with a really fun and beautiful Christmas song here, I Believe in Father Christmas. So let's talk about the song structure. First, the tuning. Now, this is a 12-string guitar. I'm going to speak about it as if it's a 6-string guitar. So in drop D tuning, which we're using here, you want to drop string 6 from standard tuning E down to a D. It's dropped a full step from an E to a D so that it's an octave apart from string 4. And what this does for you is gives you this beautiful deep bass 6-string D chord. And then we're pretty much using this 6th string to drone throughout the whole song. So every chord we play keeps that sixth string droning. And that if you listen to the original, there is a deep droning kind of Keith Emerson keyboard low D thing going. So we kind of maintain the spirit of the song by keeping that drone going. Okay, so before we jump into the chords, well, of course, you know, it starts off with a D, just a regular old D, and because we're in drop D, we can play all 6 strings. Now, let's talk about the strum pattern, because it is simple in concept. So basically, it's all down strums. We start with the treble strings. So strings 3, 2, and 1. And then we down strum on strings 6, 5, and 4. So I would just practice that with the D for a while. It's a different sort of a strum pattern, very different feel than what we usually do, but it's very straightforward. It just requires you to rewire your brain a little bit, I think. It's kind of the reverse of what you would normally think, but it ends up being a really cool sound, I think. I think it sounds kind of like sleigh bells. Very Christmassy. Okay, so we start with that D, and then we go to this. It's a lot of letters and numbers, but I'll just describe it to you. I'm putting my middle finger on string 3 fret 2 and my ring finger on string 2 fret 2. So it's like a hybrid between a D major 7th and an A. I remember it as the Paul McCartney chord in Maybe I'm Amazed. Maybe I'm a man. Remember that? Maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man. It's that chord right there. Okay, a dissonant but a beautiful kind of a transitional chord. So we're using it here. We start with a D. Then we go to that D major 7th with an add 9 or an add 2. I don't know the exact technical term for it, but we'll just call it a D major 7th here for simplicity purposes. The next chord is a G over D. So I'm using my ring finger on string 2 fret 3, pinky on string 1 fret 3, and then I'm using my index to catch fret 2 on string 5. And we're letting that 6th string ring out again. So it's a G over D. Okay, so those are 3 of the 5 chords. The 4th chord is a C add 2. So it's just like the G over D that I just showed you, but you're now fretting string 5 on the 3rd fret. So a C add 2, and there's probably a better technical name for it, maybe a C add 9, I don't know, but it's adding the D, the 2nd note of the C scale. So I called it a C add 2, but basically we use it to walk down C add 2, G over D, back to the D. Try it again. C add 2, G over D, back to the D. I remember one Christmas morning. And there's the last chord in the song. It's a D sus 2. So it's just like a D, but without any fretting of the 1st string. Okay, so those are all the chords. There's the strum pattern. So I think you know everything you need to know to play it. So let's close out with the intro and the closing verse of the song. So we start with that D major 7th thing, G over D, back to the D, G G over D, D major 7 thing to the D. I wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish you a brave new year. All anguish, pain and sadness, leave your heart and let your road be clear. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. Hallelujah, Noel, be it heaven or hell. The Christmas we get, we deserve. The Christmas we get, we deserve. The Christmas we get, we deserve. And there you go, our own little campfire version of I Believe in Father Christmas. So, hope you guys enjoy singing and playing this song. Have a fantastic week, and I look forward to sending you another holiday song next week. Until then, adios, my friends.